Well, violence in America against women is really just out of control. Um, every day there's a news story and it's just out of control. So, over the last month or so, there have been some stories that kind of stood out. So, I'm going to talk about those. Um, Kata Scott in Philadelphia. Um, she's a young lady, very pretty lady. She did pageants. It seems that there was a man who was stalking her. Super creepy video. Um, Look it up for yourself. Words cannot quite do it justice, but he was very, very creepy. He would walk up to her windows like that and look in her home windows looking for her. Anyway, she was missing for a while. Then they found human remains and they believe that they are hers. Even if they're not Kata Scott's, they're someone. So, I mean, it's still a tragedy, but it's just out of control how often there is a new story like that in Wichita. On Facebook, for some reason, I get a lot of news out of Wichita. But in Wichita, there was a therapist. It was a woman named Rachel Johnson, and she was missing for a while. And then she was found. It turns out she was shot by her significant other, who also shot himself. Um, so it's very sad. Um, One of her clients spoke to the media about how she did a lot to help him. And then lastly, Tamara Bartlett, she was a deputy in a police department in Georgia. And she lived in Forsyth County. I feel like every time I hear about Forsyth County, Georgia, it's something negative. But anyway, she was killed by her significant other. And keep in mind, this woman was a deputy. She had a long career in law enforcement, and she was well respected in her field. Anyway, her significant other killed her, and he had a criminal record. And I was just like, gravy. Why on earth would she get involved with that guy? I mean, even if he was nice, I mean, honestly, still, like a woman in her field with her reputation, and then she gets involved with like a literal criminal with a long rap sheet. I don't understand why she did that, and that's not victim blaming, but I still just don't understand why she would choose that guy. So anyway, yeah, domestic violence and violence against women. I should just say violence against women because it's not always necessarily like domestic violence. I don't think it can be termed that way. Like with what happened with Kata Scott, it's just really out of control, and I wish it would be addressed, but I don't think it will be addressed at all because we have a literal clown in office, and half of our politicians are absolute clowns, and they don't even want to address things like natural disasters. So I don't know what to say. Just hopefully everyone will be careful. Thank you. Bye.